Master Daw here with another video about MFMA for the association. In this video I shall be explaining a little bit about my martial arts background. Well, I'm going to try and be as brief as possible, but there's a lot to cram in, so I shall just cram in as much as I can. Basically, I started martial arts with a friend who did Atlantic Taekwondo, and I did that a couple of times and I thought it was rubbish. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that live for these different styles and stuff, but it's just my opinion. I only did a few lessons and I was 11. Never been in a club before, and I thought there's got to be better than this. I was determined to do Taekwondo. You know, when I was a little kid, I was like 8 years old when I watched The Big Boss or Fist of Fury with Bruce Lee, and I was determined to do martial arts then. And yeah, so I did Atlantic Taekwondo. I didn't even get a suit or a belt. I did that for only about 3 or 4 lessons because it's like we were beginners, and it was like he wasn't even paying attention to us. It was absolute rubbish. So I gave up that almost as soon as I started, way back in like 93 or 94 it was, at the latest. Then I had a couple of years I didn't do anything. I did practice some weapons at home, foam ones though, and tonfas and stuff, foam nunchucks, and way back when I was like 12, 13, still doing them now. And I started GTF Taekwondo in 1996, and I actually rang up a few times, but I was nervous and I put the phone down before. So I did GTF Taekwondo when I was 13. I joined about a month or two before my 14th birthday, and then after that I was doing that for about 3 years, less than 3 years before I got my first Dan black belt, and it was an adult first Dan, and it was the first grading that I broke boards for was my senior first Dan. And lots of people out there that do martial arts, they wouldn't go in for that kind of pressure, but because of my age group I was too young to break boards for the earlier grades all the way up to black tag. But when it came to first Dan, I was old enough, and I never failed a grading in any style. And to be honest, I'm not going to say I was the golden boy. I wasn't. I worked hard to be that sort of student. And when I started GTF, the teachers were really good, and they were on to us all the time, you know, and which is exactly, you want the attention when you're a beginner. And we had students, I had people I trained with that were nasty to me when I started, and I beat them in a tournament, people in my own club, sparring for points, you know, punch like light contact, and one of them couldn't show his face. You know, I'm not going to badmouth people, I'm not going to name names because I'll just be here forever, but yeah, I beat one person that was a bit of a bully, and he never came back. And then the next year I did the same tournament and I won gold medal again for sparring, and then the next year, which was my last year of competing, I went down there again and I got gold medal again in sparring. So 3 golds in a row for sparring. And in 97 I was student of the year, GTF Taekwondo for Cornwall. And I was going to be student of the year in 98 as well, but my instructor actually sat me down and said, look Thomas, you know, you flat out deserve to be student of the year, but if you get student of the year again, the other students are going to say it's favouritism and stuff. So I actually nominated someone else to win, which, you know, looking back, I'm quite proud that I did that, and I wasn't like cheesed off that I was, you know, why can't I be student of the year again and stuff, you know, which is what people have said to me they would have been like. But anyway, I gave up Taekwondo because there was no future in it for me at all. I couldn't see any future at all. To be honest, my instructor was probably one of the best in Cornwall, and when I went to black belt training I didn't learn anything new at all. So I only went black belt training a few times. There was no future in it for me, so I gave up. Had a couple of years doing no martial arts at all, you know, maybe playing martial arts computer games like Street Fighter and stuff, and then I went back into it. I did Kung Fu as well, but at the same time as doing Taekwondo I did Laogai Kung Fu, and I gave that up almost. I got to orange sash, like it was white, blue and orange. I gave that up. And I had a few years I didn't do anything. Then I went back to Laogai Kung Fu and did that for years again. I got up to purple sash, And then I gave that up again because I wasn't learning anything at all. Basically, the head teachers gave up the club to other people, and those people, we were doing jogging on the spot and stuff like that for 3/4 of a lesson, and then 10 minutes doing nothing, which is you're doing hardly any kung fu, which is why I gave up the old kung fu in the first place. But then after that, I did American Kempo Karate. I managed to get my hands on a course for less than 10 quid that is like the complete American Kempo Karate. People up in Derby, up country, are actually teaching that, and it's their syllabus. So I did that for a year, and then when it was 2008, I joined various societies. I thought, I'll give this a try. I joined the SKKA, I joined Total Protection System, I joined VKA, and I joined MFMA as well. And I did so much stuff because at the time, for a long time I was unemployed because I've got lots of qualifications. I couldn't get a job anywhere. So I was doing martial arts all the time, like living it, which is, you know, I'm living it now, but I've got a job and I work now as well, you see. So I did all sorts of styles, and then once I got my grades and I got up to higher grades, I actually thought, well, let's take it a bit further and actually write study guides for other people. And I wrote these study guides for Snake Fist, Karate and Shorin Kenjutsu, and carried on doing the other styles as well. And most of the styles I've got, I go through at least once a year, every grade. So it's lots of people say, well, that's a lot, but I do a lot every week. And after that, once I got my all those study guides, a couple of years later, I got a higher grade again. I got to like 5th dan in Snake Fist, and I decided, well, I'm going to start doing my own courses because I've done so many different styles. I could appreciate different like body mechanics with different martial arts. So I put together the way different martial arts could actually blend and fit together to a style. As weird as that sounds, it actually worked. And what the SKKA did, I don't know if they still do it, but if you're actually that good and you send off your course, what you've designed, and it's good enough, they actually have a look at it and they send it to other people as well. And they read through it, and if it's good enough, then you are the head master, Grandmaster, which is what I've done. And they were so impressed that I did it a few times as well. And my co-founder Brett Ernest he actually certified me about 3 times as Soke, head Soke, which means headmaster. But the thing is, if you designed that course and you were the headmaster, you actually founded it, then you are the Grandmaster and the first Grandmaster of the styles. So that's where I went from there. And then in 2011, I got my VKA Hall of Fame for home studies, Student of the Year again. So I did get Student of the Year eventually, and I started doing other weapons as well. I've always done different weapons as well, but mainly, like people would say, I think it's Kabuto weapons, you know, that sort of thing, but not under the Kabuto style, just those sort of weapons is what I do. And I've carried on doing it. I also done Tai Chi. I did Tai Chi while I was at university. And I've done a few, experimented with a few types of Tai Chi. And when I went to Tai Chi in university, we were doing hardly anything. As soon as I was in the beginner's class, and it was great. And then a new student would join, and we all go back to the beginning. And I said to the teacher, can you teach me quickly? Because I am a martial arts expert. Can you teach me quickly and I'll slow it down? And he was like, no, because they're too far ahead. And I thought, well, that's fair enough. So I gave that up. And I was very lucky to find a DVD course. Like I've said in other videos, lots of DVDs, like to learn Tai Chi, and it's like 15 minutes, like a half hour. I got a DVD course that is actually like 3 or 4 hours. And I learned the style. It's Kwang Ping Yang Tai Chi. And it's very, very rare. Most people, I don't think, most of the people in martial arts have probably never even heard of it. But it's a fantastic style. I know that inside out. I know all the moves inside out. I can't remember all the names of the moves, but I could always go over it again. And yeah, fascinated by all the different martial arts. I decided to make my own styles and carried on. And the most recent that I made was 3 animal kung fu, which is what I've done, and you can actually buy my course on eBay, and it's got the different animals. Some of the different animals, you've got snake kung fu, and you've got tiger kung fu, and you get in the higher levels, you do praying mantis kung fu. And lots of people think, oh, those styles don't blend, but the thing is, lots of styles don't go together, but lots of them do as well, because there's only so many ways that the body and the head and the legs and that can move, you see. So it takes real skill to put together styles to make it that actually works. Okay, so that's my martial arts background. I don't have any criminal record, you know, no lunatic or psycho or whatever. People have tried to demonise me. You know, lots of people have been jealous of me. Like I said, I've beat people that were bullies, and I've got the respect of lots of people I don't even know around the world. You know, I've never actually physically met them, but I still have respect because I've earned it. And respect is a two-way street. You know, you've got to have respect to earn it, you know. But yeah, thanks for watching. That's my martial arts background. I shall see you on the next video. Thanks very much.